This video is now in session, and the Republicans in Arizona at this point have kind of staged a comeback for the 2020 election. So, what has happened in the course of several days is that the Arizona Republicans, through a report, said that essentially the vote of the vote tallying company that they hired, Cyber Ninjas, essentially screwed up the vote count and said, or I guess the recount, and said that with the small number of ballots that they examined, they could not have gone to the conclusion that Biden gained 99 votes in that audit. And it's ridiculous that they're still saying this, and it's ridiculous that they're still peddling these lies. But the thing is, it's much bigger than just 2020. It's 2022, and more importantly, especially for Donald Trump, 2024, because it's relatively obvious that that the 2020 election was not stolen, and that Trump was just being a whiner about the 2020 election. But a lot of people don't think that. A lot of people believe that Donald Trump should have won the 2020 election, that he should have won states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia, all states that flipped from red to blue in between the 2016 and 2020 election. And it's somewhat kind of it's political rhetoric that has gone way too far, because now people genuinely don't trust the system. They don't trust how elections are conducted, and as a result, we're having discussions about how to count ballots when it shouldn't be so hard. And it's been something that has been caused by Donald Trump, because he believes that he should have won, because he believes that that he believes Joe Biden was actually trying to steal the election. But it's all political rhetoric, because it's all false. Because if you just look at every single avenue, every single institutions that have been tried and used to overturn the election, it has all failed in court cases, not just the Supreme Court, but also the district courts, the appellate courts. Every single case that has gone through about voting about the 2020 election and voting and the tabulation has failed. Efforts to overturn the election have failed in every single institution that it has been tried in. So at this point, it's ridiculous that Republicans, that are, particularly that Trump and some of his allies, continue to talk about the 2020 election when we're starting to get closer to 2022. But for those who don't believe in the thoughts that the 2020 election was stolen, then you should still be worried, even if this kind of rhetoric sounds ridiculous, because in 2024, it seems like Donald Trump will run again for the presidency, and this time, there is a very good chance that he will actually take steps to subvert the 2024 election. In the 2020 election, he started doing that, but it was relatively unsuccessful, because no one else had launched full invasion against our electoral systems the way that Donald Trump has. But now that he has already done so, he has laid the foundations for a future subversion if he runs in 2024. And obviously, at this point, based on Trump's characteristics, he will say that he will definitely win the 2024 election, and that if he doesn't, then the election is stolen. And this is something that has reverberated throughout the Republican Party in many states. In California, Larry Elder lost the 2021 California gubernatorial election, but he said that it was stolen, that election had irregularities, that election was fraudulent. The same thing is happening in Virginia, where Glenn Youngkin, where the Republicans in Virginia say that the election could possibly be stolen from the Republicans if Glenn Youngkin does not win. in states in 2022, we will see Republicans and some Democrats say that if they don't win, then their election is rigged, that their election was rigged against them. And it's kind of stupid and it's dangerous because people actually believe in that BS. People believe in certain politicians because we're moving to a more populist nation, a nation that is governed by people who can rally their supporters. So as a result, we're destined to see more of this happen in 2022 and 2024. And when it does happen, it's going to be increasingly dangerous because words do lead to action. Words about the election being stolen will eventually come forward and give credit to, or gives credulence to certain voter restriction bills or actual subversions of the 2020 or I guess any other election. And in 2024, if all goes well to plan for Donald Trump, then he may assume the presidency because of a military coup. Now, the chance of that happening is very unlikely, but the thing is, we had January 6th, we had other events and I guess destructions of institutions, prized institutions, all for the sake of Donald Trump's ego, and that is going to become worse in 2024. So you may not want to accept the fact that people believe that the 2020 election was stolen, but you have to, because it is important for I guess everyone to note that in 2024, people who are at the forefront of trying to subvert an election are going to do it again. And now that they are more well versed, they will have a better time doing that. So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. This video is now adjourned, and I'll see you in the next one.